everyone, and welcome to another episode of the 50s Chicks podcast. I'm Annalie.
And I am Patricia.
And today we are going to talk about the 6 things.
Yeah.
The 6 things to do on a first date.
Yes, there's 6.
There should be 7, but there's 6.
What to do? Oh, yes, there was 7. One got cut. But what to do on a first date?
Yes.
6 things to do on a first date. Mm-hmm. Yes, but before we get into the best, we are, self-care. Self-care first, actually. First. So, make sure, because we don't want to leave any woman behind. That's our motto.
Yes.
Make sure you're doing your self-care. Self-care is going to keep you sane.
And here's my thing. If you're feeling like, say that you've had just a run of bad dates.
Oh, gosh.
Call a spa and do a spa day for yourself. Like, do something that's just going to be like, okay, especially if you just had a run. You know how sometimes you have just this...
The disappointment stack up.
Yeah, just one after the other. And you're like, okay, just take that time for yourself. Afford yourself that luxury to just get your mind right again.
Yes, and if you can't go to a spa because it is kind of hoity-toity, just take an extra long shower, do a sugar scrub. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a bath. Mm-hmm. Do a sugar scrub. That's spa-like.
Yes, it is. Light that candle.
Yes.
Get the
aromatherapy. Yes. Do that. Do something. Because like Annalie was saying, they stack up. Yeah. You have a horrible week. And you got to get your mind back straight.
Yeah.
So you're not making all these, bad decisions. Because we're all one bad decision away from turmoil.
Yes, indeed.
So
now we're going to
delving
into our I almost said 7.
It's not
6. Our 6 things to do on a first date. What should you do? And number 1, in no particular order. In no particular order, number 1 is
to be upfront and confident, of course.
Yes. And confidence is sexy and attractive.
Yes, and I said upfront. I meant to be upbeat.
Upbeat.
But you still need to be upfront, though.
You'll be out there being upfront.
I know.
But be upbeat instead.
Be upbeat.
Yes.
I should be upbeat, but I'm being upfront.
Be
upbeat and confidence. Mm-hmm. And that comes from, first of all, doing self-care, but also preparing for the date.
Yeah.
We got to do this with intention. Prepare yourself for the date. Get your mind right.
That actually includes the self-care.
Yeah, definitely.
That's how you're going to be upbeat. Yes. You go in there with a positive attitude.
Yes,
shake away all those other bad dates that you had and go in fresh.
Yes, and like Annalie said earlier with that, if you had that bad week, you got one more you got to do. And don't let that bad energy spill into the new one, because that could be him.
That could be. Yeah.
So, keep it upbeat and keep it positive. Keep it cute.
Yeah.
Okay, and number 2.
Oh,
the balloon. Yay. That's that upbeat.
Yes.
Okay, consider your body language.
Oh,
and
God,
this is me all up and down.
Yes, it is.
And I just kind of had an experience. Yes. About body language.
Okay.
I felt myself tight.
Oh.
Yes, I felt really
And do you
tight.
think it was noticed?
Probably I would have noticed it, but I was, and my foot kept slipping off the bar stool.
Oh.
It was a whole big, awkward and uncomfortable thing for me.
Yeah.
And I was just sitting there like, tight, like my hand.
I guess even the energy, most people pick up on that energy.
Yeah, they had to.
Yeah.
They had to, because I felt me tight, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, body language, sitting there with your arms folded.
Oh no, yeah.
You know, I mean, you could just be cold, because for me, 9 times out of 10, I'm just cold. However, people can misconstrue that.
Yes, they can.
They can.
And actually, we even did a little, well, back in the day. Do you remember when we did a little testy test on that? Where we just tried the whole thing, like when somebody told a joke and we just did that.
Yes.
And the touch on the arm. Oh my gosh, that is effective.
Yes.
That is an effective tool. So just
to
being
loosen people
open
up
and seem welcoming and warm.
Yeah. Definitely. And that did make all the difference. Now, of course, you're not going to be all, there's certain kinds.
Now, if you don't like the dude, I'm not so sure I try so hard on that.
No, none of that. Yeah, because you don't want to send a different message.
Yeah, no.
But or just sitting, being comfortable. I know for me, sometimes, because I am socially awkward, just, you know, an introvert, I do sometimes, my body language probably sends a message that I'm guarded. And I have to really be careful about how I sit. And sometimes for me, it's the other person. If I feel comfortable with them, that helps me, you know, to loosen up a bit. But yeah, body language is very important.
Yes,
it is. And that's why doing it with intention, being cognizant of all these things. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, not in they're just willy-nilly in it. But three. Be honest.
You know, you'd think that would be just
common.
Obviously a thing. We're all honest, but yes.
Truthful about your, and it specifically says truthful about your age, everything. Online profiles, photographs.
Yes, everything. I mean, if it's going to be at all serious ever, it's going to be found out.
Yes, you're going to show up in some way. You are going to show up just, and that's that authenticity, that transparency. Because, I am going to continue to say this. You only need one. You don't need to be out here trying to attract everybody. No. And I saw on one of the Reddit, somebody was saying it's a numbers game. They interpret it as a numbers game, meaning the more, like if you have 10 people respond to you, at least maybe 2, you might get a date, kind of numbers game. But my thing is, you don't need all those. All you need is one. I need to attract one person, that one person that I want to attract. I don't need all these people coming at me with some false information, because that's not who I am. And that's who they're looking for. So we got to get at that mindset of, and I know, especially online dating, you get caught up in the attention. Yes. Caught up in the attention. And you lose sight of what you're doing if you are looking for the one. Some people aren't. Yeah. But if that's what you're looking for, don't get caught up in all that attention. It's the one. And if you're only looking for the one, you are going to be honest about who you are, because you want that one to like who you are. So so that's my
You can't pretend for 10 years.
No, you can't.
So, you know.
You're going to show up, and then it's going to be a whole big problem, and then you're going to have another relationship that didn't work, and you're just going to pile them on. Just do it right the first time. Okay. So number 4, come prepared. Come prepared. Have questions ready. Already know what you want to know.
Read up on that. If it was 100 years since you read that profile, which it shouldn't be, by the way, because you should be meeting within the week. Yes. But even if it's been a week since you read the profile, heck, read the profile again, just so that you're like, okay, I'm going to ask about this, this. Yeah. You know, just so you're familiar with it. It's almost like I hate to say it, but it's almost like a work interview, because, you know, if you don't know about the company and whatnot, they're going to be like,
they didn't even take time to even know.
Exactly. So,
but I think it more so adds, like, when someone knows something that I wrote in and they're talking to me about it and referring to them, they really paid attention.
Exactly.
So,
and it would signal to me they're interested.
Yes, that is interest.
Yeah.
Or they're just playing the game. But whichever. You know, I'm not going to bring negativity. But
you just
I
did.
did.
So
I did. Because we're trying to keep it 100. We're trying to keep it real up in here. But but yes, you want to know, you want to be prepared for what you're going to say, how you're going to be. And you don't have to go in there just, question. You don't have to do it in that way. It should be like normal conversation.
Yeah.
But you got to know, you want to know what you want to know.
Yes.
Right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because you don't want to waste the opportunity. Okay, are we at 5? Keep your first date short. And that's your motto.
That's my thing. My thing. And the way I ensure that is by doing like a coffee date.
Yeah.
Like somewhere where you just go, or just one drink, like a drink, not a dinner, not a movie, like all the hoopla, all the hoopla. So so that's how I did.
Now, the coffee date, there was some chatter about the coffee date not being a good first date or a meetup. See, a coffee date to me would be a meetup. There was some chatter about that. I mean, there's pros and cons to any situation. Mm-hmm. But yeah, something quick, something in and out. You just want to know, because that's really just.
So what was the chatter? No, you can't say chatter.
No,
there was some chatter, and then not follow up with what the chatter.
They were just saying that the coffee date is like the least effort to do.
But see, I don't see it that way.
But you wanted to know what the chatter was.
Okay.
And I tried.
Yes, I did want to know so I could debunk the chatter.
So, they're saying because it's the least effort, because it's not very romantic.
Because it's a meetup.
I know. I know.
You do the date.
I know, after the
Now this is a potential, so you go on the date.
Yeah.
The meetup is just to weed out the mess. Yes, I am defending from the chatter.
But that was all they were talking about. And it could be the distinction between what we call a meet and what they're calling a date.
Yeah.
So there. But I mean, I'm okay with meeting someone in a coffee house or whatever. Mm-hmm. And getting to know them, because really that first meet is just to see.
To me, it's like
let's see what we're working with.
A lot of times I can tell this quick.
Right. Yeah. To see. Yeah.
This quick, because although we don't like to admit it, like if there's no attraction whatsoever when you first meet, then good.
Well, now we're not talking just the physical, right? We're just talking about just
the whole.
Okay. Yes.
The
whole thing. Yeah.
Yes. Then just no.
Then there's no point in going forward.
And you can usually within the 5 minutes, man.
You
know, at least obviously you don't know for sure if this is it, but you know whether or not you want to go to a dinner and have like a long conversation with this person.
Yeah. And sometimes I might not feel that right off, but I'm like, I want to give it a chance, and I have done that. Mm-hmm. I don't have anything that I can remember where it ever panned out.
Nope.
So maybe that's a waste of time.
Yes.
But
where are we at? 6? 6.
Pick the proper venue, and we were just kind of talking a little bit about it. Yeah. And these are for the date.
For the date. That's totally different. Yeah. For the date, yes. No, I don't want no coffee house for no date. I want a full-on dinner. I love it when there's reservations that have been made. Oh, yes. Flowers might be involved, although what are you going to do with that afterwards?
Maybe
I don't know.
Single flower, maybe. I don't know.
Yes.
But yeah, you got to make sure you pick. Well, see, I put that to the date. To my date, I give them the reins on picking the place, and I've never had a situation where it was something unacceptable, or I mean, I don't know what, unless somebody See, I don't know a situation where they would have picked, because they're trying to impress, so they're not going to pick somewhere so bad, you know. And I would think for me, if somebody picked a fast food restaurant, then I would be like, come on, man. And it's not even so much about the money, but it is about the money. But it's not about the money. It's just that food, I wouldn't eat it.
And the atmosphere, like everything about that is wrong.
So if someone picked that, I would say no, but who's picking that?
Nobody's picking.
And no one's picking that. That's why I give them the reins on that.
Although I feel like a lot of times they've been insisting you pick it.
Well, asking, but but then I'll say, and I'll gently say, well, okay with whatever you decide. Mm-hmm. But I have picked a couple times, you know, which, you know, like I said, for me, that kind of, because I'm endeared when a man is caring for me. I'm endeared to them just based off that alone. Mm-hmm. So they've got my attention. So if they've done that, then you've got my attention. But if they're insisting that I pick it, then okay, now you're starting from ground level. Mm-hmm. So let's get up, you know, you got to work your way out of it. But if the guy, like one time I was on the texting the guy, and we were talking about meeting, and they had already, and they weren't even, it was out of area guy. He had researched places and found it and said, okay, I found it while we're in the midst of texting. Oh. And I was like, yes. Wow. Yes. So that endeared me to him.
Yeah, that is nice.
But yeah, so he was already ahead of the game.
Yeah.
But yeah. So the whole thing, what we're talking, picking the proper venue. Yes, you know, some people, I don't know. Some women want to be, you know, want to take control of that. I'm easy breezy, whatever they pick, I'm okay with, because it's not going to be something horribly wrong. You know, it's not. Like I said, the only thing I can think of that I'll be like, man, come on, is if it's fast food. Yeah, that's the only.
What about a diner?
A diner, no cute little diners. Yeah. I'm okay with a cute little diner, like a, what do you call it? A nostalgic kind of thing. That vibe going. Yeah, I'm okay with a diner. Yeah, I would be okay with that.
I think that brings us to 6.
Yeah, right? That was it.
There is a magical 7.
Is there a 7? Let me look.
There's a 7.
Oh, I can't bring it up.
But we weren't going to talk about the 7. But just for people that might
bought it up.
Curious. No.
Bought it up. Nope, it's too late. It's out.
My Lord.
7.
7
is you decide who pays up front. Before the date. Yes, before the date. I'm not doing that.
Apparently, this is something that they suggested from eHarmony, like a eHarmony suggestion.
I think it's already decided. Yes, it's already decided. There's no reason to even discuss it. If you're with a gentleman, and that's who I would want to be dating, a gentleman, there's no discussion about it.
I feel like this is also, like, especially in our age group, how we grew up.
Yes, that's
this is where we're
at. That's the masculine role.
Now, if it was some of the younger generations, some other countries have a whole other thing. Yeah. But here and in our age group,
specific to our age group.
Yes,
that's a non-question.
It's like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
At least the first date. Come on.
Right. Well, let's.
Okay, I know you. Okay, she's gonna. But I'm just saying.
Since we're talking about the first date. Yes, it's already decided. We don't need to go into it. There's no need in bringing it up. No, it's a thing, and that's why. Yeah. But now I know there are some women, because I've read some of the Reddit threads and things where there are women that want to pay, and they do. There's some women that want it 50-50, like you pay for your, and perfectly fine if that's what you obviously want to do. So if you are someone who want to pay and you're a woman in our age group, it would be best to go ahead and talk about that ahead of time.
But see, I'm one of those people that would occasionally want to pay, but the first date is not one of those times.
But I'm saying for someone who does,
then yes.
Who does, they need to have that conversation.
Yes.
They need to have that conversation because
otherwise it gets all awkward.
Yes,
and
it's
weird
like, oh no, I'm paying. Oh no, you pay. No, I got it. No,
yeah.
So I get why they're saying yes. If you're a woman,
nobody wants that awkward, weird situation.
And then negativity is associated.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. You know, and then now
on both sides, because the guy could also feel like, oh, I'm trying to take away her right to pay, or I don't know.
And then she's like, oh, he's taking away my right.
Yes. So it makes sense.
Yes, that you would talk about it. I'm glad you did make a deal with that, because for someone who does want to do that, then you got to have that, because once you get there, it's going to be a whole big mess.
It's going to be
have the mess and the hash out before you get to the date, because the date is supposed to be upbeat.
Yes.
Upbeat.
Fun.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. So yes, for those gals that, want to pay their own way. And there's some women that want to pay because they feel that if they don't, then they owe the guy something.
Ooh.
You don't owe. The only thing you owe is to have the experience.
I guess to be
have
there.
to be there and interact. And that is it, to eat the food, but that you don't owe anything else. So if there's anyone out there that's thinking, because if I do this, then you don't owe
then
anything.
That's some kind of prostitution. Like, what is that? We're not dealing in that. We're dating. We're not prostituting.
We're not doing that. This is not sex.
I can't believe I said
you
prostitution.
And I said sex. But or X work. Some people use that on YouTube. But I don't think we're allowed to say that. X work instead of saying that, because I guess you're not supposed to say that on YouTube. Whoops. So X work. This is not X work. And I don't know why we're still in the midst of X work.
I don't know. We should move on. And we should move on and see what you guys have to say about this.
Yes.
Comments if you have other ideas of what to do on a first date. That's some good advice. That would be great.
And like I said, if we're doing this with intention, then we are thinking about those things, because we don't want to just go in there by the seat of our pants, and then it determines how well your experience is going to be, and you have control of that in some way. So we are on Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Yes, TikTok.
Make sure that you subscribe.
Yes.
That you like. Video. On Spotify, we actually have a lot of countries. Very few people, but a lot of countries. Somebody just from Sweden.
Oh.
Yes, a country man.
Yes.
Woman or whatever.
Yeah.
But yes.
Person.
Yes. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss our videos.
Yeah, so you know when they drop.
And until next time, don't forget to live,
laugh,
and connect.
Mine doesn't work.
Oh my God, I don't even have to try.
You took it out of it.
I don't even have to try.
It's the glass.
Does it even matter where I'm at? I just
look. It doesn't.
It just
I was thinking it was the background.
Yeah, no.
The heart. Does it see it? Can it see that? That's a perfectly formed heart.
No, you're heartless.
I do have a certain reputation.
Bye, everyone.